Question number 156. Common character between Nereis, Pila and Anopheles is. Now we know that Nereis is an annelid. It belongs to the phylum Annelida. Pila is a mollusk. It belongs to the phylum Mollusca. Whereas Anopheles is an arthropod which belongs to the phylum Arthropoda. Now we have to find out the common character between these three organisms. The very first option given is absence of segmentation, and we know that Nereis exhibits segmentation, Pila do not exhibit this property, and Anopheles also exhibits segmentation. So this cannot be a correct option. The next option is closed circulatory system. Nereis exhibits closed circulatory system, Pila has open type of circulatory system, and Anopheles also have open type of circulatory system. So option number 2 is also incorrect. Third option is presence of ventral nerve cord, and as we know that all these are non-chordates and have ventral nerve cord, so this is a correct answer to our question. The last option is nephridia for osmoregulation and excretion, and we know that Nereis has nephridia for excretion. Pila do not have nephridia for osmoregulation and excretion. In Pila, gills serves the function of both respiratory as well as excretory structures, and it performs the function of osmoregulation and excretion. In Anopheles, it is Malpighian tubules which performs the function of excretion. In Pila, it is gills. So this is an incorrect option, and the correct answer to this question is option number 3. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 157. Feature not applicable to Lecifer is that it. Now we have to answer this question with respect to Lecifer. Lecifer, which belongs to the phylum Arthropoda. Let's discuss the options. The very first option is belongs to the largest phylum of Animalia. And as it is applicable on Lecifer, as it belongs to the phylum Arthropoda, which is the largest phylum of Animalia, so this cannot be a correct answer. The next option is acts as a vector to spread various diseases, and as it is an incorrect option, so this is a correct answer to our question. Mosquitoes like Anopheles, Culex and Aedes, they act as a vector to spread various diseases such as malaria, filariasis and dengue respectively. So this is an incorrect option. The next option is exhibits organ system level of organization, and as the members belonging to this phylum Arthropoda, they have organ system level of organization, so it is applicable on Lecifer, and this cannot be a correct answer to our question. Our last option is shows internal fertilization and uses tracheal tubes for respiration, and as it is also applicable to Lecifer, which is an insect and belong to the phylum Arthropoda, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question because they respire through tracheal tubes and they exhibit internal fertilization also. So the correct answer to this question is option number 2. Let's proceed to the next question. Question number 158. In contrast to echinoderms, most poriferans show. The very first option is radial symmetry, and this is an incorrect option because most poriferans exhibit asymmetry, and it is only adult echinoderms which exhibit ventroradial symmetry. The next option is presence of notochord, and this is also an incorrect option because poriferans and echinoderms are non-chordates and lack notochord. The next option is presence of true coelom, and this is also incorrect. Echinoderms are true coelomates, but poriferans are not true coelomates. The last option is intracellular digestion, and as it is a correct option, so this is a correct answer to our question. Poriferans exhibit intracellular digestion, in which food is digested within the food vacuoles present within the cell, whereas echinoderms also exhibit intracellular digestion. Last option is intracellular digestion, and as it is a correct option, so this is a correct answer to our question because in contrast to echinoderms which exhibits extracellular digestion, poriferans exhibits intracellular digestion. In most poriferans. in which food is digested within the food vacuoles inside the cell. So the correct answer to this question is option number 4. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 159. Mark the correct option with respect to common name, scientific name and character listed. And the very first option is silkworm, bombyx, oviparity and triploblasty. And as it is a correct match, so this is the correct answer to our question. Silkworm, which is an arthropod, is a common name for bombyx and it exhibits oviparity and triploblasty. These are triploblastic animals which have 3 germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. The next option is sea hare and the match is echinus. Body is segmented into head, muscular foot and visceral hump. And as it is an incorrect match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question. Because sea hare is a common name for Eplysia, which is a mollusk, and not echinus, which is an echinoderm, and its body is unsegmented but divisible into head, muscular foot and visceral hump. So this is an incorrect match. The next option is sea cucumber, match given is Cucumeria, and the character listed are hermaphrodite but in direct development. And as it is also an incorrect match, so this cannot be a correct answer to our question, because sea cucumber is a common name for Cucumeria, but sea cucumber are dioecious and not hermaphrodite. And yes, they exhibit indirect development with free swimming larvae. The last option given is tapeworm, match given is Taenia, and character listed are external fertilization and direct development. And this is also an incorrect match, because Taenia is a tapeworm but it do not exhibit external fertilization or direct development. Tapeworms show internal fertilization and development is indirect, with a complicated life cycle involving many larval stages. So this is an incorrect option. So the correct answer to this question is option number 1. Let's discuss our next question. Question number 160. Organism that shows lack of symmetry is. That means we need to find out an asymmetrical organism among the given options. The very first option given is salpa, second Antedon, third bath sponge and last is sea urchin. And we know that the correct answer to this question is option number 3, that is bath sponge. Bath sponge is a common name for Euspongia, which belongs to the phylum Porifera. And we know that sponges are mostly asymmetrical. So this bath sponge, which is a sponge, is a correct answer to our question. Whereas the other 3 options, that is Selpa, Antedon and sea urchin, are the incorrect options. Selpa is a chordate and it exhibits bilateral symmetry. Whereas Antedon, which is commonly known as sea lily, and sea urchin are echinoderms and exhibits radial symmetry. So the only asymmetrical organism among the given option is bath sponge. So the correct answer is option number 3. Let's discuss our next question.